California skies have seen strange things before, but nothing like this. What started as a routine recording for a group of friends turned into a moment that would leave witnesses stunned and experts scrambling for answers. They filmed UFO in California, then this happens, and the footage captures a craft so close it nearly collides with an electricity pole. Was it a mechanical malfunction, a warning, or something far more mysterious? Where did this object come from, and why here? Most importantly, what happened in the moments after the camera stopped rolling? Watch till the end to find out. UFO over Santa Clarita. It all started in Santa Clarita, California, which shocked the world with one of the most baffling UFO encounters in recent California history. A local driver captured footage of an unusually close and strangely moving, unidentified flying object, drifting, or rather spinning, across the skies above the city. The driver couldn't believe his eyes as he was travelling along a quiet suburban road late in the afternoon, when a sudden glint in the sky caught their attention. Pulling out a phone and hitting record, the driver aimed the camera toward the moving object, which at first appeared to be some kind of futuristic drone. But as the video continued, the details became far more puzzling. The craft was not flying in a straight, aerodynamic path. Instead, it spun slowly yet deliberately through the air, rotating in a way that seemed completely at odds with how any conventional aircraft or even a hobbyist drone would move. There were no wings, no visible rotors, and no tail fins. Its surface reflected the warm sunlight in shifting patterns, and it was almost like it was covered in segmented metallic plates. Another extraordinary part of this UFO was just how low it appeared to be. In the footage, the object clearly passes over a row of electricity poles, which shows that it was only a few hundred feet above the ground. It was so close that the driver couldn't believe how strange and close it was. This was one of the strangest UFO sightings that the world had ever seen. Analysts have checked the video and noticed that there are absolutely no propulsion systems on the UFO. This is a common feature that's found in UFOs. There was no jet exhaust, no rotor wash, no vapor trail, just the eerie, silent spin of the craft as it moved in unpredictable patterns. At one point, it slowed down slightly, rotating along a different axis, and then it picked up speed again. If it was man-made, it would have used technology that we see in normal planes. But the most shocking moments came as the driver thought that the UFO would disappear like any other sighting. And that's when we circle back to the shocking footage at the heart of this story. They filmed UFO in California, then this happens. Without any warning, a much larger object started to materialize in the hazy blue sky above Santa Clarita. At first, it appeared as a faint shimmer, like heat rising off asphalt. Within seconds, the shimmering became a colossal, disc-shaped mothership that the smaller UFO went into. Suddenly, it disappeared right before their very eyes. This shocking sighting has gained a lot of attention online as the UFO continued to spin, almost as if it was locking into some kind of docking sequence. Then, in one swift moment, the smaller craft slides into a glowing recess on the underside of the mothership. The massive craft simply vanished. No acceleration, no sonic boom, and no gradual fading. One moment it was there, dominating the sky, and the next it was gone, leaving nothing but a stretch of clear California air where it had hovered moments before. The encounter immediately drew comparisons to the infamous 1997 Moss Landing power plant UFO event along California's coast, when witnesses claimed that there was a large craft and smaller scout vehicles that interacted in mysterious ways. The Moss Landing incident is often called a UFO myth, but with the latest sighting in Santa Clarita, it's easy to suspect that something is off. But this is not the first time that passers-by in California have spotted a shocking UFO. Just 2 years ago, a Navy warship found itself face-to-face with 4 strange UFOs. UFO encounter by Navy warship. In February 2023, sailors aboard the USS Jackson experienced a remarkable and unexplained aerial event off the Southern California coast. This was a strange UFO sighting, and one of the weirdest to happen in California. During the evening hours, the ship's Combat Information Center recorded astonishing and radar signatures of 4 tic-tac-shaped UFOs. Even weirder, the UFOs were moving in a synchronized manner. According to the official account, one of the UAPs emerged directly from the ocean and then moved from swimming to flying very seamlessly. This phenomenon is referred to as transmedium capability, and there were no visible signs of propulsion, such as plumes, exhaust, or wings. Instead, the UFOs seemed to be self-illuminated and were detected on multiple platforms, including infrared imaging systems and radar, logging altitude estimates near 22,000 feet. CIC operators described the unknown objects as performing a perfectly coordinated and instant movement. As they said, all 4, all timed together and all left. Maybe 3, 4 seconds pass, I run to my station and they're all gone. They all zoomed off. When this strange UFO sighting happened on the California coast, it was kept secret for a long time. The world eventually found out about what happened when investigators Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp realized that there were no conventional aircraft operating in that section of the California coastline during the incident. Even a former analyst from the Department of Defense agreed that the strange craft wasn't American and instead was a mysterious object. This UFO sighting is pretty similar to the 2004 Tic Tac incident involving the USS Nimitz. This recent sighting was also shaped as a Tic Tac, and so it was also called a Tic Tac UFO. Like the original Tic Tac craft, the object had abrupt, erratic movements, vertical ascent, and extreme acceleration. The fact that a UFO shaped as a Tic Tac emerged in 2004, and then another one emerged 2 decades after, has brought up a lot of questions about their origins and purpose. It's not common to have more than one UFO moving along the sky. Strangely, this was 4 UFOs moving in a synchronized manner. Although the public and community of UFO enthusiasts have been interested in these, and some details have been exposed, the government has shown no move to reveal the results of their investigation into these strange UFO sightings. But over a year after this happened, the California airspace witnessed another shocking UFO sighting shaped like a football. Close UFO encounter in California airspace. On September 17th, 2024, a US Air Force pilot flying a Beechcraft 350C, call sign Troy 21, reported something that shocked the world. It had a stunning near miss with a football-sized, dark grey, cylindrical object while cruising at 20,000 feet over California's controlled airspace. The exchange was captured in an audio, and it was recently leaked, which has raised a lot of questions among UFO researchers and aviation officials. In the recording, Troy 21 calmly yet incredulously relayed to their co-workers at Los Angeles Air Traffic Control saying, "This is going to sound weird, but I just had something pass underneath my wing. Maybe a football-sized object right under my wing." The pilot also added a sensor operator that was actively searching for it via onboard cameras. He was shocked at the encounter, calling it surreal and unnerving, and there wasn't any obvious propulsion on the UFO like rotors or exhaust. But then this happens. About 1 minute later, the object appeared on the aircraft's radar about 60 miles away. If this was indeed the same object, it would mean that it had extraordinary speed, way faster than Mach 2, which exceeds 1,500 miles per hour, to have gone that distance so quickly. Such velocity is well beyond typical drone or civilian aircraft capabilities, especially at that altitude. To make the encounter more puzzling, former FBI investigator and UAP specialist Ben Hansen revealed that the aircraft was equipped with a highly capable radar array, which was designed for tasks like tracking drug traffickers. So, the fact that the aircraft couldn't point out the object that flew under it made it more like a UFO and not a man-made craft. In the tense moments after the encounter, ATC personnel reacted swiftly. One controller was heard saying, "There was a UFO reported here, but that's all taken care of now." This odd casual dismissal, combined with the fact that the incident was forwarded to the National UFO Reporting Center, has fueled speculation that the government is trying to cover up the scandal. This event is just one of the many UFO sightings in California that have left UFO enthusiasts shocked. It is similar to other high-strange encounters, like when the former NASA astronaut Leroy Chiao saw a metallic, cylindrical object passing close to his aircraft. Whenever there's an object navigating controlled airspace with impunity, at lightning speed, and without any visible means of propulsion, it's clear that it defies all forms of technology. But passers-by in California didn't expect it when they noticed a hexagonal, brightly pulsing object over 29 Palms. 29 Palms sighting. In the pre-dawn hours of April 27, 2025, a lone witness at a remote cabin near 29 Palms, California, experienced a strange and compelling display. It was a brightly lit hexagonal object hovering above the desert, pulsing with an intensity that's even brighter than a full moon. The sighting lasted for about 15 minutes before the glowing craft suddenly vanished. The UFO was very strange because of different reasons. For one, the object's precise six-sided form stood in sharp contrast to more typical UAP reports, which often involve disc or orb shapes. Its light was described as exceeding the brightness of a full moon, making this sighting especially dramatic. Witnesses have also revealed that the strange UFO was moving in a jerky, unpredictable way as it hovered in the night sky. At one point, it seemed to shift from a hexagon into a circular shape, and this was a strange transformation that couldn't be easily explained. Observers also stated that this couldn't be because of the moon and its atmospheric effects, because the night was dark and the conditions were clear. New4C referenced that a SpaceX launched earlier that day from Florida, and many thought that this might have been the UFO. Instead, it was too distant, and it occurred several hours prior, so it's clearly not a satellite, but something strange from outer space. The incident was formally reported to the National UFO Reporting Center, which recorded the sighting and noted the detailed observations. But there were no other witness accounts, making it difficult to investigate and fully understand the UFO sighting. Some also thought that it was a rocket or satellite activity, but all of these have been ruled out by timing and location mismatches. The 29 Palms hexagonal UFO stands out for different reasons among enthusiasts. It has unusual geometry, with a clear polygonal structure that sets it apart from familiar UFOs which have been sighted. It also changed shapes in the middle of the observation, adding another layer of mystery. Despite the fact that there was only one witness, the report was very vivid and detailed, showing that the observer was sober and probably not lying about what they saw. The sighting remains unresolved as one of the strangest UFO sightings in California. It's also one of the most recent sightings that UFO enthusiasts have seen in the state. But there has been another strange sighting in Fresno, captured one early morning. Fresno anomaly. In mid-January 2025, residents of Fresno were captivated by a string of unusual aerial sightings spotlighted by Fox 26 News and investigated by MUFON. The most compelling event occurred in the pre-dawn hours when Fox 26's tower camera captured something shocking. It was a peculiar glowing light hovering over downtown Fresno just after 4 a.m. Earl Grey Anderson, representing the Mutual UFO Network, then analysed the video and declared it a bona fide UFO, labelling it an interesting find. He noted that the object's behaviour, with the swift movements followed by stillness, didn't follow any normal aerial or astronomical explanations. The broadcast attracted a lot of attention. The next day, a photojournalist from the same network recorded another strange object, and this was broad daylight footage that made the public even more curious. According to MUFON, this second sighting was compelling, making the initial sighting more credible and probably real. Within days, aviation professionals entered the picture to make an analysis. A private pilot reported that he saw an unidentified object at roughly 3,500 feet over Fresno and contacted air traffic control to ask if there was any drone activity. The tower staff confirmed that there were no known radar returns, but still, they dispatched a police helicopter to investigate. When the second pilot left, he found out that his helicopter was being followed by a white object in the same altitude range before losing sight of it. These have brought up many more questions about the increased number of UFOs in California. What is the purpose of these UFOs, which seem to be following human pilots and crafts? Despite all the concerns from the public and UFO enthusiasts, there's still no normal reason for this, and that only means that this anomaly is from outer space. The Fresno anomalies are very important in UFO sightings in California for many reasons. It wasn't only seen on a news tower camera, but also by trained pilots at altitude. That means that there are diverse witnesses and evidence and multiple perspectives on the same phenomenon. The UFO also had unexplained behavior, with sudden motion, hovering patterns, and speed transitions, all of which defied standard explanations like aircraft, drones, or atmospheric phenomena. And it attracted a lot of attention from the public, as viewers were urged to submit any other sightings or videos to Fox 26's outreach portal. This caused the public to become even more interested in these strange UFOs. But there have been some strange UFO sightings in California, and others have been said to be SpaceX satellites, generating UFO speculation. SpaceX launch generates UFO speculation. Earlier this year, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket lifted off from Vandenberg Space Force Base, carrying 23 Starlink satellites into orbit. The launch occurred early in the morning, reaching the skies just as the sun began to rise. Residents across central and northern California, especially in the Bay Area, were captivated and shocked by the spectacular visual. Many mistook the sight for something out of this world. Some even described it as resembling a comet or glowing orb ascending into the heavens. Meteorologists provided a calm context of this sighting, explaining that the strange glow was the Falcon 9 blazing across the early sky and illuminated by sunlight at high altitude. The breathtaking visuals were caused by what scientists sometimes call a twilight phenomenon or space jellyfish. As the rocket ascended into sunlight above the still dark ground, its exhaust plume froze into particles that caught the light and then refracted and scattered it in a dazzling display. This phenomenon is pretty rare and vivid when launches occurred during the thin window around sunrise or sunset, conditions which were seen over the California skies. Some Starlink satellites sometimes produce bright flares in sunlight, and these are usually misidentified as UFOs, especially by pilots or ground observers. This isn't actually a new phenomenon. In 2017, a SpaceX launch over Southern California sparked a lot of social media speculation, with some thinking it was aliens, and there were even some rumors that it was Santa Claus. Even SpaceX CEO Elon Musk played along with the humor. This latest 2025 event in California mirrored that pattern. The dazzling display seen across California skies was a natural result of a routine Falcon 9 launch, given a cosmic twist by atmospheric lighting conditions. While beautiful and even eerie in appearance, scientific explanation firmly places these lights in the realm of natural optical illusion, not extraterrestrial visitation. Shockingly, California is quite known for its diverse UFO sightings, which have become more common in recent days. This has brought a lot of questions about what the aim of these UFOs might be in this state. California's UFO reputation. California consistently tops the nation in reported UFO sightings, far outpacing other states. According to the National UFO Reporting Center, California has amassed approximately 16,238 sightings, more than double the number reported in second-place states like Florida and Washington. A report in USA Today similarly highlighted California's prominence, naming it the state with the most sightings, Again, around 16,084, ahead of Florida, Washington, and Texas. According to NUFORC data, since 2001, California recorded more than 15,480 UFO sightings, with an average sighting duration of 13 minutes. In fact, Californians reported nearly 16,000 sightings between 2001 and 2015, more than any other state. Some say that this is because of California's mild climate, which encourages people to always be outside and spot strange sightings like UFOs. There are several factors that contribute to this trend. As the most populous state with large urban and suburban communities, California naturally generates more reports due to more observers and varied vantage points. The state's clear skies and temperate conditions mean that people are outdoors more often and thus more likely to notice and report unusual aerial phenomena. With numerous military bases and aerospace centers, some sightings may stem from experimental aircraft or atmospheric phenomena tied to advanced technology. What do you think of these many UFO sightings happening in California? Let's know your thoughts in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.